Welcome back, dear students. Let's continue with the chapter Understanding Shapes, and we are doing exercise 16a. So today I am taking question number 8, which says the interior angles of a pentagon are in the ratio 4:5:6:7:5. Now all of you know, in a pentagon we have got 5 sides and we have 5 angles, and those angles are in this ratio. Okay, so you need to find the measure of each angle of the pentagon. Now let's have a look at this. Now let me consider each angle of the pentagon to be 4x, 5x, 6x, 7x and 5x. Okay, now you know the sum, sum of the angles turns out to be 4x plus 5x plus 6x plus 7x plus 5x, and when you add them, how much will you get? You get 21x. So that means this 21x gives you the sum of the interior angles of the pentagon. But we know that the sum of the interior angles of pentagon can be calculated using this particular formula, where n, number of sides for pentagon, is how much? It is 5. So that's why we have, instead of n, I am writing 5. So 5 minus 2 is 3, right? So 3 into 18 is 540. So 540 is what? It is the sum of the interior angles. But you know that 21x is also your sum of the interior angles, isn't it? So that's why we say that this 21x will be equals to 540. So to bring this 27 to the denominator, so you get 540 by 27, isn't it? Now do the cancellation, right? So you get the value of x to be 20 degree. All right. Now, as per the question, we need to find the measure of each angle, isn't it? Now, one angle is 4x, where the value of x turned out to be 20, isn't it? So that's why the angles are 4x, that is 4 into 20, which is 80. Next angle is 5 into x, and that is 5 into 20, equals to 100. Next is 6x, that is 6 into 20, that is 120. Next is 7x, that is 7 into 20, equals to 140. And at last again we have 5x, that is 5 into 20, which is 100 degree. So that means these are the interior angles of this particular pentagon. Okay, you may pause the video and note down the solution. Let's have question number 9. Two angles of a hexagon are 120 degree and 160 degree. So in a hexagon, you know that there are exactly 6 angles, and out of them 2 angles are given. If the remaining 4 angles are equal, find each equal angle. Okay, so out of 6, 2 are given and the 4 remaining are equal to each other. Okay, so we'll assume that the remaining 4 angles are x, x, x and x, because all of them are same, right? So that's why I've taken 4x here. All right. Now, what will be the total sum? Sum of the interior angles. So it will be x plus x plus x plus x is 4x, right? But we have 2 more interior angles, that is 120 degree and 160 degree. So add these two, you get 280 degree. So that means sum of the interior angles is 4x plus 280. But you know, the sum of the interior angles can be calculated using n minus 2 into 180 degree, where n is, for hexagon, number of sides is 6, isn't it? So that's why this turns out to be 6 minus 2 is 4. So 4 into 180 is 720. Now, again, this is your sum of the interior angles. This is also your sum of the interior angles, isn't it? So that means they must be equal. So that's why from here, if you calculate the value of x, it turns out to be 110. Now, what is x actually? X is the measure of each of the remaining angles, isn't it? So that's why we say that the equal angles are x, that is 110 degree each. Okay, so pause the video and note down your solution. Now let's have question number 10. So in question 10, there is a figure given to you. Okay, so let's observe this figure carefully. The figure given below shows a pentagon A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E. Remember, they have to be in order. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so you have to follow that pattern. with sides AB and ED parallel to each other. So it is clearly shown through this arrow that this AB and ED, they are parallel to each other, and angle B is to angle C is to angle D is given to be 5:6:7. Okay, so the ratio, this angle, this three angles are given to be 5:6:7. Using formula, find the sum of the interior angles of the pentagon. Okay, so first find this. So sum of the interior angles of the pentagon, so you know the formula is n minus 2 into 180 degree. So for pentagon, n is 5, so that's why it becomes 5 minus 2 into 180 degree. So 5 minus 2 is 3, so 3 into 180 degree is 540 degree. So that means the first answer is 540 degree. Now let's see what is second question. Second question says, write the value of A plus E, that is this angle and this angle. Now you need to remember one thing. So if there are two parallel sides, the adjacent angles, that means the very next angle to A, that is the very next angle to A is E, containing the parallel side. So you may be saying that the very next angle to A is B, but you know this AB and BC, they are not parallel. Okay, so I am considering the angles associated with the parallel sides. So this is parallel, this is parallel. So the next angle to A is E. Okay, so if I find the sum of A and E, only when these two are parallel, the sum will be 180 degree. You need to remember this. Okay, so as I said, since AB and ED are parallel to each other, that means A and E, that is this angle plus this angle, when you add these two adjacent angles, your value will be 180 degree. So that means the second answer is 180 degree. Now the third one is angle BCD. We need to find their measure. Okay, so since they are given in the ratio 5:6:7, we can consider B to be 5x, C to be 6x, and D to be 7x. Now let's find the total. Okay, so you know this is total 5x plus 6x plus 7x, and the remaining, see, B, C, D, they are taken. Now A and E, if you add them, you know this is 180 degree. So that's why sum of the interior angles is 5x plus 6x plus 7x, and including these two we have 180 also, right? But so sum of the interior angles is given to be 540, isn't it? So that's why this sum turns out to be 540. Solve it and find the value of x, which turns out to be exactly 20 degree. So we got the value of x, isn't it? So will I be able to find the value of B, C, D? Yes, definitely. So we have B is 5x, isn't it? B is 5x, where x is 20. So this is again 100, right? C is 6x, where x is 20. So 6 into 20 is 120 degree. Similarly, angle D is 7 into 20, which is 140 degree. Okay, so that means the measures of three angles BCD are 100, 120, and 140 degree. Okay, so my third answer is also found. So you may pause the video and note down your solution. Thank you very much.